Daniel Negreanu is looking down on 6-5 offsuit. He opens to $3,500. He wants position and initiative against two players who defend wide rather than a bloated pre-flop pot. Lock calls with ace-queen, choosing underrep over isolation. A 3-bet would narrow Negreanu and invite a 4-bet, while flatting keeps dominated aces and king-queen in.
Oh, damn. Can't believe you put in this spot, yo. You put in a bad spot right now, man.
It's kind of what I do.
Tony G calls with 8-6 suited because closing the action lets a speculative hand realize cleanly when the pot goes street to street. Lock checks the rainbow flop to hand the mic to the pre-flop raiser, which is exactly what top pair, top kicker wants when it aims to harvest bets. Negreanu bets $6,500, not to scoop immediately, but to declare range, fold out the air, tax king highs and medium pairs, and force the callers to wonder if he truly owns the ace. Lock calls rather than raise because inflating now isolates a narrow, strong continue range. Calling keeps Negreanu's bluffs alive.
No outs. It's not good.
Tony folds once bet and call collapse his floats and weak pairs, and Lock is suddenly under-repped with the deck on a string. Lock checks the paired ace turn to continue disguising strength and to invite another barrel on a card that supercharges the raiser's story. Negreanu bets $9,000 because if you told the ace on the flop, you must keep telling it here. The second stab squeezes king X and pocket pairs that now fear trips and stays perfectly coherent with an ace X value line. Lock calls again. A disciplined slow roll of information. Ace-queen sits far ahead of Negreanu's c-betting region. The texture offers no front door draw to miss, and letting Negreanu keep writing is the highest EV path.
Violent call. Violent. Knock the ace out the park.
Lock checks the river jack for a third time to finalize the inducement and cap his line in Negreanu's eyes. Negreanu fires $28,000, a polarizing closer, trip aces or nothing, and 6-5 is a tidy bluff candidate because it unblocks the folds he wants.
Pre-flop, I was like, does he have two kings? But I can't fold, can I? I have too big a hand.
You have the trip aces. Negreanu bets more than half the pot after you checked. What's your move? Do you call his bluff or believe him and fold? And why in one sentence? Best clear answer gets pinned.
I feel like I'm paying you off, but I don't know if I can fold. I don't think I can fold, Daniel. Daniel, son. Me not strong. Me not know how to fold.
There's the call.
Oh, you wanted to fold so bad, too. You got it.
We pick up the second hand on the flop with Negreanu holding 7-6 offsuit and Phil Lack holding ace-3 suited. Helmuth checks to the raiser, a standard multi-way deference that keeps his range wide and asks the field to declare intent first. Negreanu bets $6,500, not to win it outright but to assert range. He protects second pair, taxes the spade draws and wheel gutters, and sells the story that he can absolutely own the ace on many turn cards. Lack calls. With overcards, the nut backdoor spades, and a gut shot to the wheel, calling is perfect control. He keeps Negreanu's bluffs breathing and preserves position without isolating against a narrow, strong response.
Tony, why do you get us in trouble like this?
It's always somebody else's fault, isn't it, Phil?
The turn is the ace of hearts. Negreanu bets $14,000 because the ace supercharges the narrative from the pre-flop raiser. If you told the ace on the flop, you keep telling it now. The second barrel pressures king X and pocket pairs that suddenly fear trips while still looking like clean ace X value.
Very chatty most of the time. Right now you're in silent mode.
Kind of scared a little bit.
Can I get the chatter to come in?
What do you want me to say exactly? I'm a little scared, to be honest with you. It's like a lot of bad things could happen here.
Lock calls again, a disciplined underrep. Top pair with the wheel draw kicker sits well ahead of Negreanu's c-betting region, and raising would only blow Negreanu off his bluffs or wake up the very best aces. By just calling, Lock keeps the leash short and the pot manageable while inviting one more swing. The river is the 10 of diamonds. Negreanu fires $25,000, a final, tidy polarizer, either strong ace that never blinked, or turned river follow through trying to fold out medium pairs and the weakest ace X. Turning a 6 into a bluff here makes sense. It unblocks the folds he wants and stays coherent with the ace-heavy tail.
So you have 6 deuce. Or ace-10 of spades. You have ace-10 of spades.
It's so random.
I'm such a fish. I'm a fish. God, I'm a fish. Why do I want to call you? Because I'm a fish. I'm a fish. I'm a fish.
I appreciate you being here. If this was worth the watch, a quick like and subscribe means a lot.
You know I have something, but you know I'm tight. I feel like I'm being just totally owned.
He makes the right
A
call.
pair of sixes.
Daniel Negreanu is holding ace-10 suited. Pre-flop is all ego and leverage. Tony G opens small Houston flats, and Negreanu snaps on the squeeze to 7K.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, you make it 7,000.
Perfect against two wide ranges. Tony G knows Houston's call is weak money and fires back to 24K with pocket eights, classic isolation, and dare 4-bet. Negreanu takes the button, keeps Tony's bluffs in, and controls the pot. That flat says, I'll outplay you post-flop, keep the range wide. Flop comes rainbow, Negreanu's dream in a 4-bet pot, top pair, ace kicker, clean texture.
I'm all in.
Tony shoves.
Who cares? I guess you got, what, you have kings now?
I'm committed again.
No, I know you are. Okay, you can show me one if you want.
Even if you gave me $1 million, I wouldn't show you.
$1 million? Oh boy, Tony G. I guess I should. You're a nice guy. You do good things with your money, right?
I do.
You do? All right, I'll give you some more, I guess. All right.
Daniel calls.
You have kings or something?
No, one time. No.
Jack of clubs on the turn.
Oh my God, did that make him more outs? Yeah. I just realized. Oh God, I was like, oh Jack, that's a good card.
The river. The king of hearts.
It's a scary one.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at 6-5 offsuit. Pre-flop begins with the kind of passive, loose dynamic that is often the calm before a violent storm.
Hey, Tony, did you used to play basketball in
Yeah.
Australia?
Yeah, I did.
You were really good?
I was not good, but I used to play.
He played.
Just like poker. Yeah. I just battle. Are you a good shooter?
Bobby gonna start playing
I'm reasonable. I'm not sure if good. I mean, probably like not bad if there's no defense.
Seaver called. Tony folds.
Probably, I don't know, 75% from the three-point line.
75%?
I think that's not very high with no defense. That's not high.
From an NBA three or
No, from the
European three?
yeah. That's not high.
In a game featuring aggressive pros, a 5-way limped pot is a rare occurrence, creating a family pot scenario where ranges are completely undefined. The flop falls, a texture that looks relatively harmless but is actually a powder keg. Cannon has flopped a massive bottom 2 pair, giving him a stranglehold on the board. The action checks around to Cannon, the last to act. He bets 3,000, a standard stab at the pot. While the others fold, Negreanu sees an opportunity.
Sura folds.
We go to a gym.
Let's go to a gym. Let's bet.
Bet.
I smell a season 3 feature. And Negreanu will draw.
We do, yeah, I'll bet the whole stack. I can do. We'll have 100 shots in 4 days' time. I got to make 70.
4 days.
Seaver folds.
4 days, I'll tell you where. I'll bet the whole stack.
What's wrong with right now?
I need to. I've had a lot of vodka.
He has flopped an open-ended straight draw, needing a 2 or a 7 to make a straight. Negreanu makes the call, floating the bet with the intention of either hitting his hand or outplaying Cannon on later streets. The turn brings the 4, a card that fundamentally changes the psychology of the hand. Structurally, it gives Cannon a full house, 4s full of 3s. However, from Negreanu's perspective, this is the perfect bluff card. Negreanu decides to represent the 4 himself. He leads out with a donk bet for 4,500. He is telling a story that he defended the blind with a 4 and has now turned trips. The river is the 8, a complete brick. Negreanu, committed to his story of having tripped 4s, decides to go for maximum value. He fires a massive bet of 16,500. He believes he has successfully polarized his range.
Wow. Big blind, big blind, big blind, big blind, big blind.
Since you've been so friendly about showing a card, I'm also going to show you one card. Okay? Let's see if this is the one. All right.
Daniel shows a 5.
You get one card and one card only.
This is the moment Cannon has been waiting for. He springs the trap, raising to 61,500. The heir instantly leaves the room for Negreanu. He is an expert hand reader, and he realizes the trap he has walked into.
Oh, I should have literally. You can't raise. That's mean.
Viffer's right to laugh. This is ridiculous. Cannon stacking chips. There's the raise.
Oh, gross. What the hell is going on?
To 61.5.
That just made it all worth it, right there.
Oh, hang on.
Viffer, you agree, right? That was...
The problem is I cannot call. So I have to fold.
Another big pot for the cannon.
I had 6 high.
That's why you had a re-raise anyway. Come on.
If you bluff that,
I know you didn't. I know you didn't.
Well, he obviously didn't. He had 6 high beat, almost for sure.
Doug Polk is looking down at pocket aces, but he's up against LSG Hank, who's raised to $6,000 with ace-jack suited. From the small blind, players are often expected to 3-bet to protect their position. That dynamic makes Polk's aces even more dangerous because they don't look as strong as they are. That kind of 3-bet sizing almost looks like he's trying to scare Hank off the hand rather than invite action. But that's exactly the beauty of it. Polk wants to trick Hank into thinking it's just an attempt to steal the pot, when really Doug is just setting the trap. The suited ace and being in position here gives Hank just enough to justify seeing a flop. This is about as good a flop as Polk could hope for. In a 3-bet pot like this, Hank's range is weighted towards suited broadways and pocket pairs. That means the only real hand Polk has to worry about is pocket queens. Against everything else, his aces are still miles ahead. Polk makes a value bet of around 1/3 of the pot, just small enough to make sure Hank calls even with hands that completely miss the flop.
And he now has the nut flush draw. 111,000 in the middle. Guess how much Doug will bet. It's like a little poker test. See how close you are.
Doug Polk is feeling pretty comfortable with this card on the turn. With the way they played pre-flop, there's no way Hank has 2 pair or a set smaller than queens. I think Doug should bet small again.
81. All right.
I'm telling him he should be using big ante online.
Hank puts in the call. He needs a diamond. Instead, it's the 9 of hearts.
The river changes absolutely nothing here. Do you think Polk should check and just call if Hank bets, or should he bet here and risk getting raised? Let me know down in the comments.
200,000. Beautiful poker.
all in.
All in.
All in, says Hank.
Spade, I fold. Heart, we do it again.
This is amazing.
Fold.
Show him.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at 7-4 suited. Pre-flop initiates a classic confrontation between the godfather of poker Doyle Brunson and the master of the modern era, Negreanu. The action begins with Barry opening the pot, but the real narrative starts when Negreanu decides to flat call holding 7-4 of clubs. This is a quintessential Negreanu move. He is playing a speculative, suited hand for its implied odds, banking on his ability to navigate post-flop streets and outmaneuver his opponents if he connects.
66 is the total, right? So I owe 52, right?
I just wanted to put Barry on tilt.
I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood, too.
You're in the mood. And you bought another 100, right? I got something to win if I hit.
Daniel calls.
It was no surprise that the 2 guys I was against came after me the next hand.
The flop falls a texture that is deceptively dangerous for both players. For Brunson, his pocket aces remain a dominant overpair, though the paired board introduces the theoretical threat of a 10. For Negreanu, he has flopped a pair of 7s, which on this specific board acts as a treacherous middle pair. Brunson, sticking to his aggressive power poker philosophy, fires a heavy continuation bet of 18,000. He is testing Negreanu, essentially asking if he has the 10 or if he is willing to lose it all with a smaller pair. Negreanu, known for being incredibly sticky when he feels his opponent might be over-representing big cards like ace-king or ace-queen, makes the call. He is convinced that Brunson's bet could easily be a standard positional stab, and his pair of 7s feels like a sufficient bluff catcher at this stage. The turn brings the 5, a card that structurally changes very little but accelerates the psychological warfare. Brunson, sensing that Negreanu is not going to fold to a standard bet,
Guess I just got enough for one bet.
Doyle shoves.
Every time I watch, Doyle always has kings.
Close.
Doyle always has kings. I don't feel like you have kings, though.
You are 100% correct.
Could be drawing completely dead, right, if you have a 10?
Daniel's not drawing dead, but it's more likely your marriage will end in divorce than Daniel will catch up here.
Got the Doyle Brunson hand, the 10 deuce. Some smells about this hand.
Look, I think Russ smells it too.
Everything leads me to believe that I should never fold here for some stupid reason. I like Doyle either way, right? So if I win the money, I'll be happy because I've won. And if I lose, it goes to a good guy. It's like a win-win situation. The only thing I can do would be bad is fold, get bluffed, feel stupid. So I'll just call it.
Daniel calls.
You got anything? Oh, that's good. Yeah, I just have a 7. I have 2 outs.
No, just one. Justin folded a 7.
You'll deal once or twice or 3
I do
times?
twice. It's fine.
Whatever you want. I don't care.
2 is good for me.
All right. Deal it twice. Maybe we can split it. Maybe I'll get a split.
Maybe you'll get a split. And you get a lot of big pairs. I was thinking, how many can you get?
The first run for half is a queen.
The 6 tray last time.
What's that?
That blocky last time.
Brunson wins the first run worth nearly 112 grand.
Apparently Daniel had me beat.
Second run is a king.
Whoops.
Nice hand.